Hi, good morning. It's an exciting day because we're going to be reading some Allen Ginsberg today. Allen Ginsberg is a deeply important poet to me personally. I encountered his work through a friend, I think, in college, and it was really important to me to find it when I did as a young queer person. Ginsberg was gay, and also he was Jewish, both of which figure prominently in the work. But when you say that Allen Ginsberg was a gay poet, he was really gay in the work. So if you're looking for kind of smutty, dirty, gay poetry, you'll find it. Just pick up an Allen Ginsberg book. It's still kind of shocking, even in 2021. Ginsberg was born in 26 and he died in 97. I think it's all part of his project to sort of completely bare himself, to just sort of make himself naked on the page. Warts and all, as they say. And so to read Ginsberg is to have this kind of profoundly intimate knowledge of a person, which is kind of liberating when you read it, and I think that was his goal. He was a Zen Buddhist, and I think he had a huge ego, and he was trying to help liberate human consciousness through his poetry. I think he made that quite clear. He was also a very political poet, deeply committed to leftist causes, leftist politics, to justice. And the poem that I chose is from Kaddish. Kaddish is a beautiful long poem written about Ginsberg's mother after her death, published here in this City Lights edition by the late, great Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who just died last month, I think. But this book, Kaddish, also includes several shorter poems, and the poem I'm going to read is Poem Rocket from 1958. And I think it has it's typifies the sort of ecstatic quality of Ginsberg, which is always in the work. He's always sort of in this ecstatic, exuberant, transcendent mode. Often, not always. And that's part of what gives me a little bit of anxiety about reading Ginsberg out loud to you, because if you've ever seen Ginsberg read or heard recordings of him, he brings this sort of controlled mania. I mean, he was such a natural performer, and it's he's on fire when he reads, which I'm not going to be able to approximate, but I'll do my best here. I love that Poem Rocket is a poem addressed to extraterrestrial beings. Has this sci-fi quality, this atomic age quality that you just don't find in poetry very often. Okay, I'll get started. First, I want to make sure you see that there's a great illustration to open the poem, as well as an epigram by Ginsberg's friend and fellow beat poet Gregory Corso, "Be a Star Screwer." Old moon, my eyes are new moon with human footprint. No longer Romeo sad face in drunken river, loony Pierre eyebrow, goof moon. O possible moon in heaven, we get to first of ageless constellations of names. As God is possible, as all is possible, so we'll reach another life. Moon, politicians, earth, weeping and warring in eternity, though not one star disturbed by screaming madmen from Hollywood. Oil tycoons from Romania making secret deals with flabby green Plutonians. Slave camps on Saturn, Cuban revolutions on Mars. Old life and new, side by side. Will Catholic Church find Christ on Jupiter? Muhammad rave in Uranus? Will Buddha be acceptable on the stolid planets? Or will we find Zoroastrian temples flowering on Neptune? What monstrous new ecclesiastical design on the entire universe unfolds in the dying Pope's brain? Scientist alone is true poet. He gives us the moon. He promises the stars. He'll make us a new universe if it comes to that. Oh, Einstein, I should have sent you my flaming manuscripts. Oh, Einstein, I should have pilgrimaged to your white hair. Oh, fellow travelers, I write you a poem in Amsterdam, in the cosmos, where Spinoza ground his magic lenses long ago. I write you a poem long ago. Already my feet are washed in death. Here I am, naked, without identity, with no more body than the fine black tracery of pen mark on soft paper. as star talks to star, multiple beams of sunlight, all the same myriad thought, in one fold of the universe where Whitman was, and Blake, and Shelley saw Milton dwelling as in a starry temple, brooding in his blindness, seeing all. Now at last I can speak to you, beloved brothers, of an unknown moon, real yous, squatting in whatever form amidst platonic vapors of eternity. I am another star. Will you eat my poems, or read them, or gaze with aluminum blind plates on sunless pages? Do you dream, or translate and accept data with indifferent droopings of antennae? Do I make sense to your flowery green receptor eye sockets? Do you have visions of God? Which way will the sunflower turn, surrounded by millions of suns? This is my rocket, my personal rocket. I send up my message beyond, someone to hear me there, my immortality, without steel or cobalt, basalt or diamond, gold or mercurial fire, without passports, filing cabinets, bits of paper, warheads, without myself, finally. Pure thought, message, all and everywhere the same. I send up my rocket to land on whatever planet awaits it, preferably religious, sweet planets, no money. Fourth dimensional planets where death shows movies, plants speak, courteously, of ancient physics, and poetry itself is manufactured by the trees. The final planet where the great brain of the universe sits waiting for a poem to land in his golden pocket, joining the other notes, smash notes, love sighs, complaints musical, shrieks of despair, and the million unutterable thoughts of frogs. I send you my rocket of amazing chemical, more than my hair, my sperm, or the cells of my body. The speeding thought that flies upward with my desire, as instantaneous as the universe and faster than light, and leave all other questions unfinished for the moment, to turn back to sleep in my dark bed on Earth.